Good morning, students. Let's begin our social science class. In continuation of NCRT History chapter Nationalism in India, this is my sixth video. Content of this video: 11 demands of different classes, the Salt March or Dandi March, reaction of the people, British government repression, and Gandhi Irvin Pact. All are connected to each other. So we start with 11 demands of different classes. Before going to start this topic, I would like to recapitulate your memory. In last video, you remember in December 1929, under the presidency of Jawaharlal Nehru, the Lahore Congress formalized the demand of Poon Swaraj or full independence for India. It was declared that 26 January 1930 would be celebrated as Independence Day, when people were to take a pledge to struggle for complete independence. But the celebrations attracted very little attention, so Mahatma Gandhi had to find a way to relate this abstract idea of freedom to more concrete issues of everyday life. On 31st January 1930, Gandhiji sent a letter to Viceroy Irwin stating 11 demands. Some of these were of general interest and others were specific demands of different classes, from industrialists to peasants. Means Mahatma Gandhi wants to consider all people's demand include in his letter so that he create a unity among diversity. The demand was wide ranging so that all classes brought together in a united campaign. The most stirring of all was the demand to abolish the salt tax. The most important demand out of 11 was to abolish the salt tax. Now, salt was something consumed by the rich and poor alike, and it was one of the most essential item of food. Mahatma Gandhi found in salt a powerful symbol that could unite the nation. Mahatma Gandhi declared that tax on salt revealed the most oppressive face of British rule. So, salt is something which is chosen by Mahatma Gandhi so that he will get the support of all section of society equally for his movement. This is the picture of Dandi March or Salt March. Mahatma Gandhi letter was in a way ultimatum. If demand was not fulfilled by 11th March 1930, letter stated the Congress would launch a civil disobedience campaign. Lord Irwin was unwilling to negotiate. Means Lord Irwin ignored Gandhiji letter. Mahatma Gandhi started his famous Salt March accompanied by 78 of his trusted volunteers. The march was over 240 miles from Gandhiji's ashram in Sabarmati to Gujarat coastal town of Dandi. The volunteers walked for 24 days, about 10 miles a day. Thousands came to hear Mahatma Gandhi whenever he stopped, and he told them what he meant by the Swaraj and urged them to peacefully defy the British. He always forced to use non-violent method. On 6 April, he reached Dandi and ceremonially violated the law manufacturing salt by boiling seawater. This is the picture and the beginning of the civil disobedience movement. Date 6 April 1930. Reaction of the people. As Mahatma Gandhi once start how the people react on his uh, contribution. People were now asked not only to refuse cooperation with the British but also to break colonial laws, which was not intended in non-cooperation movement. Thousands in different part of country broke the salt law. Foreign clothes was boycotted and liquor shops were picketed. Peasants refused to pay revenue and chowkidari taxes. Village officials resigned and many places forest people violated forest laws, going into reserves, forest area, collect wood and graze cattle. British government repression. You can see the picture of Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan behind the bar. So, repression. The colonial government began arresting the Congress leaders one by one. When Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, devoted disciple of Mahatma Gandhi, was arrested in April 1930, angry crowd demonstrated in the street of Peshawar facing armored cars and police firing. Many were killed. Now the Mahatma Gandhi also behind the bar. A month later, Mahatma Gandhi himself was arrested. Industrial workers in Sholapur attacked police posts, municipal buildings, law courts, and railway stations, all structures that symbolized British rule. After this, British government a frightened government responded with a policy of brutal repression. Peaceful satyagrahis were beaten, attacked women and children were beaten, and about 1 lakh people were arrested. In such a situation, Mahatma Gandhi once again decided to call off the civil disobedience movement and entered into a pact with Lord Irwin, which was refused by him earlier. Gandhi Irwin Pact. Gandhiji entered to participate second round table conference in London. The British government agreed to release the political prisoners. In December 1931, Gandhiji went to London for the conference, but the negotiation broke down and he returned disappointed. The movement had begun a new cycle of repression. Gandhi Irwin Pact. Gandhiji promised to stop the movement and ready to attend the London conference, which is known as Second Roundtable Conference. And Irwin promised to release all political prisoner. Mahatma Gandhi fulfilled the demand, but when he came back from London, what he noticed that the things were refused and not accepted by Irwin. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.